the Champions League round 5, or you can call it week 5, and I'm here to give you the match preview of the game Arsenal versus Sporting CP, which is going to take place in Portugal. And of course, on this video, I will also try and tackle a couple of issues. The predicted score of this game. I will predict the predicted first 11 that Arteta is supposed to choose, that is supposed to play with Sporting CP. Still on this video, I'm going to give you general anticipation and expectations of Arsenal fans worldwide, what or how they want this game to end and how they want their players to play on this game. Now, remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share this video so that we can have more people in the coming future, so that you can have the conversation to keep on growing and becoming bigger by the day. Now, we are playing with the Sporting CP, a very tough opponent at the moment. And when I'm talking about tough opponent, it is not just the word tough. It is what they've been able to do. Sporting CP, all competitions that they've played in this season, they've not lost not a single game. Not a single game, like completely not a single game have they in any way lost. Right at the moment as we speak, they are sitting on position 1 on their league in Portugal with 33 points, having have won 11 out of 11 matches that they've played. No draws, no losses. And on the Champions League equally, they've played so well, and they've not lost not a single game. If you guys can remember, the most recent game that they played was against Manchester City, where they beat Manchester City 4-1. And this opponent clearly is a tough opponent, as you can see from those few statistics that I've told you. Now, this is a team that is trying to maintain their unbeaten run versus a team that has history with the unbeaten run. So now, as it is, ladies and gentlemen, the question is this, from all the Arsenal supporters worldwide: are we going to break this unbeaten run of Sporting CP, or are they going to work on us and continue with their unbeaten run? That is the question that we are asking ourselves. Now, looking at this team as we speak right now on the Champions League, on the table at the Champions League, they are sitting at number 2 on the Champions League table. They're actually sitting at number 2 with 10 points, having have played 4 matches, won 3, drew 1, okay? And they also have been able to score 9 goals, yet they've only conceded 2 goals, okay? So this is a very tough opponent. While Arsenal is sitting at number 12. We've played 4 matches, we've won 2, we've drawn 1, we've lost 1. Now, looking at this table and how things are and how the new rules of the Champions League are, basically I can say this is a must-win game for Arsenal. Clearly, you can tell it's a must-win game for Arsenal, because we need to make sure that we are closing in on the top 8, because the new rule says that a team that finishes on top 8 of this Champions League table, that team automatically qualifies to the round of 16. Okay? And the rest 16 teams from number 8 all the way to number 24, they go for playoffs. So you don't want extra games. That is the reason as to why I would say Arsenal needs to make sure that we are finishing on top 8, because extra games comes in with the fatigue, maybe even injuries, unnecessary, and maybe even because it's over, quote unquote, call it like a knockout. You don't know what is going to happen there. So you just want to go to round of 16 directly. So it is Arsenal that is the underdog on this fixture as we look at it, because Sporting CP, they are at position 2. Remember, Liverpool is the one that is at position 1 with the 12 points. So Arsenal must win. So should we win, then it gives us a better opportunity of even becoming up to number around 5 there and about. 5 there and about, or even 6 there and about. So it's a must win for us. But as it is, we are traveling, number 1, we are going to Portugal. And we are facing a team that has been at 100%, like I've told you. But there is this factor that has just brought itself at the moment. Their coach, Ruben Amorim, their former coach, call him former coach because their boss, Ruben Amorim, is now the Manchester United coach, is no longer with them. So does it mean that then we have an advantage on this game? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Because the players are still the same players that were there when Ruben Amorim was there. The system, I think, is still the same if I'm not wrong. But anyway, having I've said so, I just want to take a look on how many times we've met with Sporting CP before and see how we've been performing as Arsenal and how Sporting CP has been performing. Now, since 2010, we've actually met with Sporting CP 4 times. And out of the 4 times that we've met with them, Sporting CP has won 0 matches. 0 matches. But remember, that was a different Sporting CP. We've got 3 draws, and of course, Arsenal has won 1 match. Now, the most recent matches, or basically all these 4 matches, the last one was on the Europa League, where the game ended a draw of 1-1, and then we went to the penalties, where Sporting CP actually won the penalty shootout with 5-3. Arsenal got 3, Sporting CP got 5. The other game was on the Europa League, where we got a draw of 2-2. And the previous game still was on Europa League, where we got a draw of 0-0. And the previous one was in 2018, where we actually beat them 1-0. So basically what this means is that this is a fixture that can easily end as a draw, or a fixture that should any team win, either team that is going to win narrowly, okay? But I've said so, then I just want to take a look at Arsenal's injury, if we have any injuries, and if we should be worried of any injuries, if our players are ready to play this game. Looking at the teams right now, Arsenal's squad is almost like complete, because the only person that is an additional to the injury list is Ben White. Calafiori was out of the list, Timber, and all these many players are out of it. So which means our team is basically complete. And the addition of Martin Odegaard on this fixture, you can tell from even the game that we played against Nottingham Forest, that game, how Odegaard was influential on the game, and the way we anticipate him to be influential on this game, then we have confidence as Arsenal players that clearly this game we could actually win the game. We have 2 advantages. We have a very good creative midfielder in Martin Odegaard, who we had missed for the longest time. And the morale of the team has really improved since Odegaard was brought in. Look at the way Saka is shining right now. Look at the way even other players are playing so well and comfortable with Odegaard being there. And this is something that we had really missed for the longest time. So that is why I'm saying this game, I have confidence that should we go full swing on choosing the squad that is supposed to play with Sporting CP, we have or stand a better chance of winning this game. Because another advantage, their coach, Amorim, is not there. But is it going to work in our favor or in their favor? I don't know. Anyway, I've looked at that, then this leads me to the next question, and that is the anticipated first 11 or predicted first 11 that Arteta should choose to start on this game against Sporting CP. On the goalkeeper directly, this is a tough game, so you go full swing with your squad. Goalkeeper, I go with David Raya. 2 centre-backs, that is Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba. Left back, I go with Calafiori. Right back, I'm going to go with Timber. CDM on this one, I can go with Thomas Partey, because he was very brilliant when he was brought in on the second half on the game against Nottingham Forest. But it doesn't mean that Jorginho was not brilliant. He was very brilliant also. But on this one, I'm going to go with Thomas Partey. And then at number 8, on this one, I feel like we should give a chance to Declan Rice, because he's ready. He was even on the bench and he rested. So it means that he can come in on this game and, of course, be able to play superbly on this game. At number 10, it has to be Odegaard. Nobody else but Odegaard. And then, of course, we go to the number 11. That is left wing. On the left wing, on this one, I want us to begin with Martinelli, so that Trossard can come from the bench. Like I've always said, and like everybody, what they say is that Trossard is good off the bench, which is actually true. So we start with Martinelli, and then of course we go to the right wing, and that is number 7. We play with Saka. Clearly, Saka, performed so well on this game against Nottingham Forest, so you give him that chance to be able to start. At number 9, I'm going to go with Havertz. All of you guys, you know, I've been opposing the idea of playing Havertz as a false 9, in especially a few matches that we've played before, and the way he's been so shaky. But the fact that Odegaard is back on the pitch, if Havertz is given that role as a false 9 and not to be let to be all over like the role that Arteta has been giving him, then I know Havertz can play so well at that false 9. Because as it is, Havertz is actually one of the best number 9s that we have at Arsenal that is good at positioning. And with good positioning and the way Odegaard is good with and the way his IQ is good and how he can pass and give those balls, those through balls and those clinical passes, then I'm telling you that Havertz would shine on this game. So I'm going to play with Havertz as our false 9. Now, having I've put that squad, then it leads me to the next question. What is my anticipated score on this game? Honestly speaking, this is going to be very tough. But having I've looked at what we did at Nottingham Forest, I think we are going to win this game 2-0. That is my prediction. Having I've looked at that, then the perception or the anticipation of every Arsenal supporter and fan worldwide is that this is a must-win game for us because it gives us more advantage, momentum of winning. We do not want to get back to what we've seen in a few matches that we've played. Especially, remember that run when we had only gotten 2 points out of 4 matches that we had played. So we do not need that in any whatsoever way. We need to make sure that we are winning this game so that by the time we are getting to the next fixture, we have good momentum. And the next fixture in that matter, basically it's going to be against West Ham away. And then, of course, we meet with Man United, and then Fulham, and then and then Monaco on the Champions League. So we must win this game against Sporting CP, and then so that by the time we're going to meet with Monaco at home on the Champions League, we have a better chance of getting into that top 8 on that Champions League table. That is one anticipation and expectation by Arsenal fans. The other one is that we hope that we're not going to get injuries because these injury issues has really affected us this season. But so far, so good. At least I'm seeing like 90% of our players are back. And should we continue like this, I know Arsenal has the squad, has the capability of making sure that we are proceeding on to the next round of 16 directly as top 8. And because teams are basically struggling, if you can tell from that table, so many teams with household names are actually struggling. So it's an opportunity for us to make sure that we are actually winning our game so that we can finish as top 8. That is another expectation that we have. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I don't know what is your anticipated score on this game. I don't know what is your prediction on this game. What do you think about my my choice on first 11 that Arteta should choose? Talk to me on the comment section there. Let's keep the conversation going as always. And please remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe on this video so that we can keep on growing the community day in, day out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Salute. Adios, amigos. Adios, muchachos.